This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Helping you find emotional, spiritual, and physical balance. What does your future hold? It's time to find out with Psychic Suzanna.
Yes, this is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. You can find us at psychicsusanna.com or kfab.com, where all the shows we do are online, so you can listen to them again. This is the show that is going to bring you out of your past into your future with more power, because we're giving you knowledge. We're bringing people to you that will empower you to handle any situation in your life. And tonight, we're going to be talking to someone who's going to be coming to the Nirvana Center here in Omaha. And she wrote a book called Skinny Thinking. It's about the thoughts. Let's talk to Laura. Hello, Laura. Are you there?
I'm there, Susanna. Hello.
Well, thank you for being on the show. Let's talk about the skinny thinking. What is your premise calling the book Skinny Thinking? What is your main premise with that?
My premise is that 98% of the people who lose weight on a diet regain their lost weight after 3 years. And my premise is that the reason they do that is they never changed the way they thought about food. They never fundamentally changed their relationship with food. So when they went off their diets, they went right back to thinking about food in the same old way. And thinking leads to feeling, which leads to eating, which leads to gaining weight.
Okay, so the more we think about the food, the more issues that happen with that? Is that what you're saying?
It's two things, really, Susanna. Mm-hmm. It's how often we think about food, and it's thinking about food in a particular way. It's romanticizing food that causes us to gain weight.
What do you mean by romanticizing food?
What I mean by that is we're imagining how food will taste in our mouths. And we're also thinking about it not just as fuel or nutrition, but as friend, lover, comfort, a way to numb out, a way to have fun when life isn't feeling so much fun. It's a way to get energy when we haven't gotten enough rest. It's thinking about ways that aren't thinking about food in ways that aren't practical.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if we get a better relationship with our food, then the diet is more like a live it kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. You're so on the money, Susanna, because diets are temporary. So what we want to do rather than diet is fundamentally change our diet, which is permanent.
Okay.
So you decide how to eat in a way that's nutritionally balanced, it's healthy, and it's food, discover what food you really like to eat. So I'm not suggesting that people eat food that they don't like to eat. And then if you want to lose some weight, cut back on it a couple hundred calories, and then when you're done losing the weight, add those calories back. So it's not a big transition in the end.
Well, now, I seem to find a problem, and I'm reading, as I look through your book, I find a problem counting calories. Counting calories seems like a lot of work to me. I'm easy. Mm-hmm. I want to keep it simple.
Sure.
All of my life is keep it simple. I understand you have 5 steps that keep it simple. Is that correct? Right. Okay.
Right. There are 5 steps, exactly. Yes. And
Go ahead. Tell us.
The first one is wise thinking, which is really the new technology that I think my book has to offer. So it's...
Tell me about the wise thinking. What is wise thinking?
It's learning to think about food pragmatically, because most people have issues.
Wait. That's a 5-letter word. Come back to me. What does pragmatically mean?
In a wise, mature way.
Okay.
A lot of us have issues with food and weight because there's a part of us that hasn't really fully grown up with respect to food. So my program is really a maturation program. So that part of you grows up, which means that my program, once you start it, the healing is inevitable and it's irreversible.
Because you look at the food in a different way? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you learn how to break the emotional tie with food. Mm-hmm. Of all of the addictions, food and eating is the most emotionally based. So it's an emotional connection with food that many of us have formed in childhood. So we learn how to break that.
You know, when parents sometimes want to keep the kids quiet, they feed them, don't they?
Yeah, and then when they take them to the pediatrician's office and give them a shot, then the pediatrician gives them a lollipop. So that's how we've conditioned ourselves to see food as reward, as a celebration.
Instead of what it is to nourish our body.
Exactly. Well, when you look at like a potato chip, for example,
right?
What is that really? Is it food or is it entertainment?
Okay, you're going to have to explain that one to me.
Okay.
How does it become entertainment?
Food is entertainment when it's designed for taste, has little or no nutritional value, and once you start eating it, it's hard to stop.
Oh.
Those are the 3 criteria. Say
those one more time.
Designed for taste.
Okay.
Like the food companies are designing it, are they designing it for, are they creating it based on its nutrition?
Mm-hmm.
With a potato chip, or are they designing it for taste?
Okay.
It's got little or no nutrition.
Okay.
And once you start eating it, it's hard to stop.
You know, I just learned that McDonald's soaks their French fries in sugar water. Which amazed me. I mean, what an addicting kind of thing that might be.
You're so right about that. And there's a wonderful book called The End of Overeating, and it talks about how food scientists design foods to hit the 3 points of the pyramid, which is fat, salt, and sugar. So when a food has those ingredients in the right proportions, it becomes irresistible.
Oh, my! It sounds like a drug.
It is, and we're being manipulated, really.
Okay.
So when food is designed to be irresistible, and then we beat ourselves up because we can't resist it.
And the choice is we just have to not be around it. Is that your solution?
Well, my solution is my book is a truth-telling exercise.
Okay.
It's about telling ourselves the truth about what we can limit and what we can't.
Okay.
So if French fries or potato chips or chocolate chip cookies are a food that you can't create a rule for yourself around and limit and keep it, then you might want to look at, is that a food you want to have around?
So,
maybe it's a food that you don't keep in the house.
Okay. So we could take like 5, if we said when we go through McDonald's or something, I'm only going to eat 5 fries. Would that be helpful? Could we do that?
If you can do that.
Cool. We're coming back. I'm going to want to ask you about the wise food choices and wise eating. And then I want you to tell us about wise living. We will be right back. We are talking to Laura, who wrote Skinny Thinking. Yes, Laura will be here in Omaha at the Nirvana Center. We're going to find out more information about that. We will be right back. You are on Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
Psychic Suzanna.
Can't get through on the radio show? Call Psychic Suzanna anytime at 712-276-9349. That's 712-276-9349. Or visit her webpage, PsychicSusanna.com.
Yes, this is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Please find us at PsychicSusanna.com or KFAB.com. On KFAB.com, there's all the list of all the shows we've ever done. Also, you can get a link to our Facebook. We have 2 Facebooks. One is Life with Psychic Suzanna, which tells you who was coming on this coming week. And we've got some great guests coming up. And the second one is Susanna Stickney to find out where I am. But both of those buttons are at KFAB.com. Right now, we're talking to a woman who is coming to Omaha, and she's written a book called Skinny Thinking. Now, welcome back, Laura.
Thank you, Susanna.
Now, Laura, one of the things, Jim was asking me about the 5 fries. I would rather say I can eat 5 fries than not eat fries at all.
I think you're not alone with that. I think most people would agree with you.
Okay. Now, we're talking about wise food choices. What does food? The food and entertainment was what you were talking. Why are we eating this? How is it helping us? But how do we get wise eating habits?
Yes, just back to wise food choices, I have a simple rule for people. I tell them, because they always ask me what's healthy, and I say, food is grown, junk is made.
Ooh, I'm not sure. I like that. Try that again. Is chocolate grown, by the way? Yes, it is.
Chocolate is. Chocolate is healthy. It's all the things they add to chocolate that may not be so healthy.
Okay. Say that statement one more time. That's a ringer here. Go ahead. Food is
grown.
Mm-hmm.
Junk is made.
Junk is made. Interesting.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
So like donut holes, you don't generally see them growing on trees.
No? I think they do in Nebraska.
Yeah, I gave a workshop, I have to tell you, Suzanna, and a guy brought in this big branch, this big thing of branches, and he had donut holes hanging off all of them to let me know that donut holes were grown.
There are some things that, maybe in Nebraska you don't. Maybe where are we calling? You're in Massachusetts, correct?
I'm in Boston.
Boston. So you probably don't know about those trees down here. Tell me about wise living. What is wise living? How do we live wise with our food?
Well, wise living is if you're eating to get happy, why aren't you happy? So it's really a happiness issue for a lot of people. Because if people weren't eating other than to fulfill their nutritional agenda for the body, people wouldn't have a weight problem. So sometimes people are doing work that they don't enjoy doing.
Okay.
You should be everybody has to do things in life they don't want to do. But if you're spending the majority of your time doing things that you don't enjoy doing, it's hard to be happy. So that's one aspect. Another thing is, in our culture, we don't rest enough. We spend so much time doing, and not enough time just being, just staring at the sky sometimes, doing things that feed our souls.
Wow. Taking
walks in nature.
Okay.
So I ask people to every day pick something that they love to do, and even if it's only for 10, 15 minutes, do that thing. Take that bubble bath. Go for a walk. Paint. Do something creative. Dance. Sing.
Marvelous. What would be a healthy thought process to have with our bodies?
So you're on to step 5 now.
Yes, I skipped a couple steps. Are you saying?
Yeah, you are a quick learner here, Suzanna.
I am a quick learner.
Jumped ahead to step 5.
All right. Is there a step that you want us to go back to? Well, they can get the book or they can come to the seminar. I mean, let's be real honest about this. I'm choosing the steps that are exciting to me.
Okay.
Is there an
So this is like an a la carte menu for you.
This is an a la carte menu. They can find you all over the place. You've got a great Facebook. You have a website, Skinny Thinking. And then you're going to be at the Nirvana Center. So what more do they need? But let's talk about your relationship, not just with your food, but with your body. Tell me about the body relationship.
Before we do that, if you don't mind, I love what you did when you took it as an a la carte menu, because you picked the things that you liked. And I encourage people to do that in my workshop as well. Mm-hmm. I tell people, don't try and do everything. Okay. Do the things that appeal to you. Do the things that sound like fun, that you really want to do. It's not about forcing yourself to do things, because a lot of times people set up these very onerous schedules for themselves, and they miss one thing and they throw the whole thing out. And I want to encourage people not to do that.
So you like the a la carte. Let me tell you, I'm not sure if you've been to my webpage or you've been to my Facebook.
I did go there.
Okay. Well, I'm one of those short, squatty Lebanese women. I was supposed to have Raquel Welch's body, but she got in before and stole it. So I'm in this short, squatty Lebanese body. But the reason I go to step number 5, because I think it's the most important. One of the things that I tell clients who come to me in the bars and everyone is right where you are is where you need to be, and you must honor the body as the vehicle of God. So tell us what you believe is the wise relationship with the body.
You know, I think it's learning to love and accept your body. Just, you already said it. You beat me to the punch. Just the way it is right now in this moment. Because disliking it doesn't change anything.
Right.
It just causes you to suffer. So there's really no point in that, is there?
No, there isn't, is there? No, I have to agree with that. I'm going to take a little bit of break, and then we're going to come back. And I'm going to say, if I were to buy this book, I'm going to ask you, what do you feel the greatest benefit for me would be? And we're coming right back with Laura, who is Skinny Thinking. Laura, your last name is hyphenated. Why is that? You're a married woman, correct?
Yes, I am.
So it's Katleman-Prue. Okay, got that. All right, we're talking to Laura with Skinny Thinking. We'll be right back. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna, where we empower you with the knowledge. Come right back.
Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
Yes, you're right where you need to be. If you want to grow, come grow with me. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Now, don't forget, you can go to psychicsusanna.com and you get one free question. Or you can go to 1110 KFAB and, my gosh, all of the shows, even this one. We are talking today with Laura. She has authored a book called Skinny Thinking. Laura, tell me exactly what I would get by receiving this book or coming to your seminar. Tell me how you will empower me.
Well, I'd help you to learn how to stop thinking so much about food. And since that's really the core of the problem, most people are focused on diet and exercise. But, you know, anybody can force off weight on a diet, but it's like pulling off the top of a weed. Unless you take care of the root, the way you think about food, the weed will come right back, and so will the weight. So it's getting to the core of the problem.
Getting to the core of the problem. You know, I always thought that food had no power but the power I give it. And weight has no problem except for the power I give it. And weight is often used as a protection. And I find that as a child and a teenager, getting them into Skinny Thinking or having them have that book might be a great support to them so we can build them to not love their body, not be happy. And so I certainly recommend your book, Skinny Thinking. Tell me about the seminar you're going to be doing here in town.
I'm going to be coming to Nirvana Point, which is a beautiful place. I've never been there, but
I've been
pictures.
there. It's beautiful.
Did you love it?
Oh, please, yes.
Yes, Linda said you came there and to say hello to you and encourage people to come. It's January 22nd and 23rd. It's a Saturday and a Sunday, and you stay overnight, and all the meals are fresh and organic and included in the package. And over the course of the weekend, people really do transform their relationship with food and their bodies.
Okay, let me ask you two questions. Okay?
Okay.
What is the cost for the event?
The cost is, let's see, if they're staying overnight, it's $249, and it's, let's see, $249. I got to do my quick math here. It's $224 without staying, if you don't stay overnight.
Okay. The other question I want to know is can you, for the guests of Life with Psychic Suzanna, if anyone calls, I would like all teens to go. I want teens to get out there. I want teens to learn about their bodies and do that. Thank you for being...
I love working with teens. And can I give you the number for Nirvana Point in case people want to register?
Please do.
It's 402-551-0500. And if people want to find out about my workshops, they can go on to my website, skinnythinking.com, and go onto the calendar, and it will link to Nirvana Point site as well, and you can get directions and so forth.
And welcome to Nebraska. I hope you would love it down here. Bring warm weather, but Boston is pretty cold. It's much.
My family is all from Nebraska, from Omaha.
Oh my God!
And they're all listening.
Oh, how wonderful is that? Well, say a big hi to all of them. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Aunt Jan, Uncle Phil, Dana, Eddie.
This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. We are coming right back with Dr. Sean. He's going to help us find some ideas on getting healthy again. It's all about you. It's all about making you the best you can be in this coming year. Life with Psychic Suzanna, right after the news. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Did you realize this is the show you want to pay attention to? This is the show that's going to guide you into a healthier tomorrow, whether emotionally or physically. We're going to help you find the answers you need to make every day the best day of your life. Right now, you can find us at psychicsusanna.com, where you get one free question, or you can go to 1110 KFAB. All the shows are online. You can listen to them, and then you can hear them again and again. Are you kidding? This is the place to come. Now, right now, I have someone that I believe is a very intelligent guy, and I asked him to come in here today. We have Dr. Sean Smith. Welcome to the show again, Doctor.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Okay. And you're with the where are you from again? What's your thing called? Natural
Health Center at 8001 Chicago Street, right here in Omaha.
And you're right here in Omaha. You've become sort of like the local chiropractor and doctor for all of us. I this past 2 years, I broke my femur and I was going through all that stuff, and we just got done talking to Skinny Thinking. Can you tell me what the weight does to our body frame and our organs and all of that carrying around extra weight?
Well, it's exponentially one of the most harmful things we could do to our body.
Exponentially, I didn't understand.
If you want to create a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week process of stress to the body, just put some extra mass on that we were never designed to have.
Really?
And on all levels. I mean, you look at cardiac disease, diabetes. We look at our propensity for having different types of cancers are tied to obesity and weight gain. And
cancers are tied to obesity?
Sure. Well, if you look at the fundamental cause of why we have so many modern diseases, it relates to inflammation. And if you look at inflammation, and that is really one of the biggest health issues we're going to fight in our modern times is the amount of inflammatory damage our body's undergoing on a 24-hour basis. And every extra pound of weight you carry, and every extra 20 pounds or 50 pounds, even if you're laying down recumbent, it's demanding more of your heart. It's demanding more of your liver, your kidneys, the entire stress load on the body from an endocrine level, from the hormone levels, right down to the simplistic of blood pressure, is going to be stressed just by that extra mass you carry.
What my goal is this coming year, and as I put out my goal, is to be the healthiest I've ever been.
Good goal.
And my goal, I hope, for the audience is to join me and let's get healthy. One of the things, the inflammation thing, tell me about that. How do we get inflamed?
Well, first of all, you got to realize you have anywhere from 60 to 100 trillion cells that govern what you are as a living, breathing organism. And humans...
60 to 100 trillion?
Oh, yes.
Cells.
We got a lot. We got a few.
Okay.
And so these cells, just by the fact we have, we're breaking down glucose molecules, we're utilizing oxygen, we have these miniature little machines in every single cell of the body are functioning every millisecond of our life, and we're made of these billions and trillions of cells. And these cells basically have to work as tiny little machines to keep us surviving. And in that process of producing adenosine triphosphate and producing energy, which keeps us surviving and breathing and thinking on a daily basis, there's a byproduct of inflammation of cell function. And then when we incorporate activity, physical activity, we obviously know most athletes know what kind of acid their body produces when they exercise. And then the process of our brain function and respiration, our body has this thermogenetic function. And as a result of it, we are spinning off inflammatory chemicals and sometimes inflammatory hormones, especially. I just caught the very tail end of the Skinny Thinking profile. And so much of this is mind-driven. We need to take a closer look at what's between our ears and how we think on a daily basis, and even how we think creates stress and inflammation, and how we worry about things 99% of the times will never occur. Right. We are our worst enemy, and how we create and what a byproduct that is sometimes represents how we physically appear at the end of a day and how our body handles that day-to-day modern stress that we're all under right now.
Okay. So if when someone comes to you and you have a monthly schedule of where you help people to clean up their life. Now, I don't want anyone out there to do it during the holiday seasons because we've got the frosted cookies. I'm sorry. I have my priorities here. Even after listening to Skinny Thinking, I have my priorities. But at the beginning of the year, say if we wanted to do a cleansing with our body, for the clients who come to your office, and as you said, they can go online and download this, how can we start by getting ourselves healthy on the inside out?
Well, when we talk about, you're talking about food, right? More than the mental aspect.
Well, Skinny Thinking helped us with the mental aspect.
All right, we'll go with the straight science of biochemistry.
Okay.
The most fundamental thing, if we could keep these couple thoughts in mind, we got a good start. First of all, there's essential protein we must get in our diet every day from whatever source, whether it's an animal source or a plant source, a legume.
Essential protein.
We need proteins from some source. We can't make all the proteins, the building blocks our body needs. And there's things known as essential fats. We must get healthy oils from the environment too. And we can cover those in a little more detail. But one thing that's not essential for true function of the body is the carbohydrates and starches that we get in our diet beyond what the human genetics, the human genome even understand. We can really cut that portion of our diet down greatly and take a closer look at the breads, the pasta, the rice, the potatoes, the things we currently see at the bottom of the food pyramid we have in this country, which I think is completely out of sorts with itself. If we cut down greatly the breads, the pasta, the rice, the potatoes, and just almost eliminate them as much as we can for a couple of weeks, it's amazing how much weight a person will lose. Now, the weight they lose is partially some fat, probably a little muscle, especially if they're not exercising, but mostly what a person will lose, and be very noticeable if they have a carbohydrate sensitivity, is they're going to lose a lot of water. Because you can't lose 10, 12 pounds of weight really fast unless it's some other mass, and generally it's water retention. And it's the most noticeable sign of someone when they're cutting down on their carbohydrates. Their belly shrinks fast. Okay. And a really easy way to figure that out, go out and have a nice pasta dinner from a standard restaurant that is not giving you good quality, whole grain, organic noodles and pasta, and see how your gut feels for the next hour, the next 3 or 4 hours, and the next 2 days after that one meal. It takes food anywhere from 12 to 18 hours to get out the other end. And in that 12 to 18-hour window, if you've had a high carbohydrated meal, your belly will feel bloated and swollen, almost like, gross as it sounds, like a dead fish on the side of a lake. It's swollen up. That gut is responding to that high level of carbohydrates. And we're not even talking about if we have a gluten sensitivity and genetic sensitivity to different types of proteins. But these grains and foods we eat today, and we all love them, like you said, this is the time of year, and this is not the best time to consider making a lifestyle change, but the first year certainly should be. These grains have only been in the diet for 10,000 years. I think
one of the things that I liked about you, and when we went and had lunch, and you had that liquid you had and everything.
What was it?
I don't know. It's sort of yellow-colored, I think. But anyway, you were talking about to be rational in your eating, not to be really stark raving crazy.
It's hard. No one survives there that very long.
Yeah, you have to have balance. And the thing that I like about Dr. Sean is your balance. You seem you're like a bull in a china shop, but you do have balance. So we can go online and we can find out the 2-week commitment we could do. Right. They'll get our body in shape, and we can go. Where do we find it online?
Well, you said you're going to link your site to ours.
Not until I do that.
Oh, okay. Ahead. Very simple. Our website is naturalhealthcenterpc.com, and it's very easy to access. Once you bring up our main website, you'll find an area under articles. And when you go to articles, you'll probably find about 24 different short little brief articles I've just put out over the years. One of them is a 2-week low glycemic test. And the reason I call it a test is that you are challenging yourself for 14 days. You can do something for 14 days. And in that time, and it's very simple, it's only 3 or 4 pages long. You don't need to sit down and read a plethora of books. You'll learn something about your body. And if you don't feel any big change, then you've learned you don't have that carbohydrate sensitivity, and you're one of those lucky few that can get away with eating carbs and not feel the stress to the body. But these are the big trouble-making foods we have in our Western culture. And as every culture adapts this type of American dietary intake, they'll see the same health problems we see today. We need to get back to the basics and address ourselves from the basic fundamental biochemistry. That's where we all begin in the first place.
Okay. This program has been about eating and feeling healthy. And we start with our mind, and then we go to our body. We can check out Dr. Sean at Natural Chiropractic, Natural Health Center, PC, online. And you can get a good commitment to start the new year in a healthy way. I want to thank you for coming on. I'm going to be calling you now and then because I respect you, and that's not easy for me to do.
Well, thank you very much.
Right. God bless.
Mutual.
Thank you for stopping.
Thanks, hon.
Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
Yes, this is Life with Psychic Suzanna. Now, this is the portion where we open the phone lines. We open the phone lines so we can talk about what's on your mind. This is the time when we take your calls. And the numbers to call are 1-800-543-1110 or 558-1110. We are standing by for your calls. The lines are now open. But before we go to the phone calls, I want to approach a thought with you, and let's talk about this a little bit, or at least I'll talk to myself, because Jim's going to be answering the calls as you call.
There we go.
Right. All right. But the first thing I want to talk about, and it's really important, is you don't have to sit on a stove. You don't have to sit on the stove this holiday season. I don't want you to feel bad if you do not go somewhere and be around someone that you're not happy, that doesn't make you feel good. This year, let's give ourselves the present of loving ourselves enough to walk away from unpeaceful people. And I think that the thing that we want to choose this year, I think the lesson we want to go with is to choose peace in all of our situations. So when there's a family meeting and people aren't getting along, don't become involved in it. Don't feel responsible for it. It is not your place, your part to make everybody else happy. What you have to do is just give out peace, okay? So don't sit on a hot stove. If there's a place you don't want to go, learn to say no, okay? And right now we're going to go to the phones as I say yes. And the numbers, by the way, are 558-1110 and 1-800-543-1110. And we're starting with David. David, hello, David.
Bless you, Psychic Suzanna. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, David. What a great year this is going to be.
It's going to be a wonderful year.
Now, David, first of all, do you have 5 grandchildren?
Not that I know of, Psychic Suzanna.
Uh-huh. How many do you have?
None.
And how many children do you have?
Let's see. I have one grandnephew and a new blessing, Olive Rose.
Okay. And that's your nephews, correct?
Yes.
All right. You don't have children?
No, not that I know of. I had the mumps really bad when I was a kid.
Well, David, honey, you're a father figure to a lot of people. Are you aware of that?
Well, that's a wonderful blessing, Psychic Suzanna.
No, you really are. You are a blessing to a lot of people. You're a wonderful father figure. I am going to tell you that somehow there will be 5 grandchildren that you will be involved with.
Great.
5 children that you will be involved in. Are you aware there's someone who loves you right now?
Yes.
And what is your lady's friend's name?
She's my mother.
Oh, no.
A lady friend?
Oh, yeah, honey.
My goodness gracious.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Hello.
No,
Hello,
David, somebody wants to know you better right now.
Well, that's always possible.
Well, no, it's a reality.
Oh, that makes it even better.
Are you communicating with other people?
Yes, I'm trying very hard to be communicative.
Okay, don't try, just do it.
Okay.
And you do it by deal. Is there a question you have today?
Let's see. I had a girlfriend in Munich, Germany, I believe. Will I ever see her again?
Boy, she's thought of you.
Great.
But I don't think you'll see her again.
Okay.
But there's a female here in town.
Oh, good.
Right in the big O that wants to know the David.
That's great.
Okay?
Okay.
And her children will love you as a father.
That makes it even more wonderful.
Okay? Also, there is going to be a family member who's going to ask you to volunteer. It's going to be more than you think it will be. So before you say yes, say no. You do have a tendency to spread yourself a little too thin. Are you aware of that?
I do that. Father Lucas used to tell me that all the time.
Okay. But the problem with this, David, is when you spread yourself too thin, you don't get anything done.
Exactly.
Okay. So I need you to start prioritizing your life a little bit better.
I will.
Okay. And organizing it. But this year, family additions ahead for you.
Good.
All right. God bless. Thank you for calling. And stay listening, young man. This is the show that will help you grow. Oh, my God, that rhymed. Are you proud of me, Jim? That
Very
rhymed.
proud of you.
Yeah.
And you wanted to know something about a football score before?
Oh, I only for the
That's right.
the big kahuna.
The big kahuna.
The big kahuna
but I don't know,
at
maybe I
the
should have brought it
station.
up. Go ahead.
Yes.
But I have bad news.
Don't say it out loud then.
Okay, well.
Don't say it out
say it.
loud. We don't want Taylor to get a little upset. So just don't say it.
Okay,
Taylor,
I'll just say those blasted Ravens.
Oh, those
yeah.
blasted Ravens.
Blasted Ravens.
They don't look as good as the other team.
That's right.
Yeah. By the way, what are the numbers that people can call us to?
Locally, 558-1110, or try the toll-free number, 1-800-543-1110.
Okay, we're going to go back to the phone, and we're going to talk to Veta. Is that correct?
Velta.
Velta. What a beautiful name. Now, tell me about the name Velta. Where did you get it? Of course, from your parents.
From my mother, and I think she had a friend by that name.
Ah, okay. Well, Velta, first of all, I am going to tell you that there is going to be someone from your past that is going to be on your doorstep within 2 months, bringing a lot of stories with the past. I don't want you to believe them at all, okay? It's only going to be a problem. There is also going to be for you an invitation that you will get from someone you don't like well. This invitation is going to, you're going to go, you're going to have a miserable time in their home, and it's going to be a heck of a big problem. So I want you to be aware of that. And it's not your place to fix people.
No, as far as traveling, if I'm invited somewhere, I can hardly ever make it because I have
it's not
problems
far.
with that.
It's local. It's local.
Oh, it's local.
Yes.
Oh, well,
it's local. It's
well,
local.
I can turn that down because.
Okay.
Yeah.
But here the thing, I do feel though your health will be improving this year.
Oh, thank God, because I've had the shingles for the second time.
Oh my heavens!
And I had the vaccine. Can you believe it? It's just really miserable.
It's got to be something else, but it's only going to be. It's only temporary. Don't put a permanence to it, okay?
Yeah.
By the way, I do think you do need to work on your breathing a little bit better. Do you know you hold your breath?
Well, I have emphysema, COPD, so.
Okay, well, that
I'm on oxygen.
No, honey. You have all the excuses you want. I'm saying breathe deeper. You're taking oxygen and on oxygen because you're not using your lungs.
Yeah.
Force your lungs to get stronger. Okay?
Okay, I'll try that one.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
This is Life with Psychic Suzanna at 1110 KFAB. We're waiting for your calls, but I want to tell you, Jim.
Yes, Suzanna.
Guess who we're having next week? You're not going to guess. Let me just tell you who we're going to have.
Okay.
Okay? we are going to have, Dr. Michelle Robin.
Dr. Michelle Robin, okay.
And she is in your Wellness Connection. And she's going to tell us some simple ways to keep healthy in the coming year. It's all about staying healthy.
Yeah, keep
it's
it simple.
all about all of that. The name of her book is what really caught me, and you're finding this hard to believe, but I'm not saying the name of the book, which is really horrible. 7 Healthy Habits.
Oh, well, that's simple.
Yeah.
Just 7 of them.
It doesn't even need both hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week we're going to be talking to Dr. Michelle Robin of Your Wellness Connection, and she's going to be giving us 7 healthy ways to keep your life better. All right, let's go back to the phone. Who do we have?
Well, we could go with the man in the pink suit, line 1, or we could go to New Mexico with the 800 line with a guy called Sonny, and he's age 36. So
Okay, now the pink suit's a redoer.
yeah, we haven't. He says he hasn't called in a while.
Oh,
man
are
in the
you
pink
sure,
suit.
young man?
Well, I don't know.
Are you sure, young man? Let's go to the pink suit.
Pink
for a
suit? Well,
minute.
let's try pink suit. Here
And
we
then
go.
we'll go to, and your calls can come forward at 558-1110, 1-800-543-1110. Hello, young man.
Hello, Susanna.
All right. Now, you little stinker, you know, some people could always get through and some don't. I don't know how that works.
It was meant to be tonight because I did it on the first try.
Okay. Tell me, do you have a question for me tonight?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
It's been a kind of a tough year. I'd like to know what's in store for me this next year.
Well, actually, things are getting better as I speak. I think I said that last time, correct?
Well, you did. That was over 6 months ago.
Okay,
so-
let me just repeat this, okay?
Okay.
The thing you have to understand is that you are in charge of your life. And if you carry yesterday's garbage, all it does is smell up today.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you've been carrying yesterday's garbage, and it's almost like you've been afraid to be happy. Could that be?
I don't believe so.
Well, I need you to think about it. Because if you're carrying yesterday's garbage, it only smells up today, and people think you're a garbage collector.
Okay.
So I want you to let go, and I want you to start. I want you to start doing some rituals of support for yourself. Do you take vitamins and minerals?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you pray?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you go for walks?
I really can't walk. I can ride my bike.
Well, you could walk if you wanted to, but riding the bike is just as good. Okay?
Yes.
But let's put some positive rituals in your life. You know, one of the things I suggest to people is before they go to bed, use the attitude of gratitude. Think of 5 things that you like that day has brought to you. And the first thing when you wake up, before you get out of bed, lay in bed, open your eyes and say, "Thank you, Jesus. I get to see. I get bones. I can move. I can breathe." Do the attitude of gratitude before you get out of bed. It'll change your thought. And don't listen to the news too much. I think
I'd like to know when the chronic pain's going away, basically.
It's going to be going away by March. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFA. Big Sunny will be right with you. Right now, we're going to take a break. This is the show that's all about making you happier and healthier in your life. Bye-bye.
Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
Yes, you are back. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna. This is the show where you grow. And you can find us at psychicsusanna.com, 1110kfab.com. This week, I'm at Barley's, who sent you a nice steak again.
Oh,
they treat you well.
They treat me so well. You must treat them well then They treat me well through you. I like it. It's the synchronicity of it all.
It is the synchronicity. Are their steaks not awesome, though?
They're very good. I
good
like
meat.
everything.
I think Sean would be okay with the meat.
Oh, yeah. And how about the veggies?
The veggies
I love
the
those.
salad.
It was about my favorite, actually.
Pop quiz.
Yeah.
We had Laura on from Skinny Thinking.
Mm-hmm. Skinny Thinking.
There were 2 types of foods. Do you remember what the 2
I
types?
know one thing. Food is growing, junk is made.
Marvelous.
The synchronicity of this man.
You are alert and on the market. I love that.
Well,
I love that.
Thank you. I keep notes, too.
I'm
kind
love
of a rascal.
that. I love that. I love that.
I have my script.
And what was that again? One more time?
Food is grown, junk is made.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
What a great saying.
Yeah, that was her
Got to
thing.
thank Laura from Skinny Thinking about that. That's an interesting book. By the way, what are our numbers again? I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Our number is 1-800-543-1110. That's that toll-free number. Maybe we'd get somebody from New Mexico or Texas.
I think we've got a New Mexico tonight, don't we?
Yeah, well, we do. And
Let's
then
take care of him. So what's locally?
Locally, I want to get the local people, too. 558-1110. So there we go. Those are our numbers.
We're talking to Sonny.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, Sonny. Hello.
Hi.
And what is the temperature in New Mexico today?
Tonight it's about 35.
A little
lot of snow.
Snow?
Yeah.
Wow. Sonny, first of all, the last 3-4 years haven't been the easiest for you, have they?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You have a lot of bad habits, Sonny?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And do you think anybody wants to be involved with anyone with a lot of bad habits?
No.
Okay. And how old's your daughter?
She's 8.
And are you living with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Are your bad habits something you want her to copy?
No.
And are you aware that you are her daddy, that you are her light and love, and that she will copy you?
Uh-huh.
Sonny, there's a lot of things we do that are important in life. Being a father is one of them. And being responsible is another. I'm going to want you to think about that. Sonny, because of your childhood, you have every excuse not to be responsible.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you to give it up. I'm going to ask you to model the best you know.
Uh-huh.
So your kids can be healthy and don't have to go through what you went through.
Yeah.
Okay? So make it better. Don't copy what your parents did. And I think you are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, you're right.
All right? So I want you to get in charge of that. I want you to ask yourself, what do you want people to say about you when you're on your deathbed? Okay?
Okay.
We've got to think of the bigger things, Sonny. Now, you do have an addiction problem. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Okay. You got to get help for it. Because there's a lot of addicted people around you. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Do you want your daughter to be addicted?
No.
Okay. You got to walk away from stupid.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Yeah,
Sonny, I know you can. I know you can. Do you have a question, Sonny?
Yeah, I was just wondering, about my job prospects in the future.
Well, I have you working with your hands. Have you ever done any carpentry work?
No.
Uh-huh. Have you ever tried it? Because I think you're a natural at it. I think you're going to do some like painting, remodeling, or something like that, and working with your hands.
Okay.
But, Sonny, listen to me. You have to work for someone else. Do you know why?
Why?
You're not disciplined, Sonny. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
You're a bit of a bum. I love you, Sonny. I know the better part of you is there. You're just not pulling it out and showing it to others. Okay?
Yeah.
So I want you to maybe look at helping others doing some remodeling. I think you could learn the trade easily. I think you'd be a natural at it.
All right.
I believe in your ability to produce for others. You need to believe in it, Sonny. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I know
All right.
it's getting better for you, especially after the beginning of the year. But
Okay.
I want you to raise your right hand and repeat after me.
All right.
I promise
I promise
to walk away from dumb.
to walk away from dumb.
Okay. If people are not healthy for your daughter, they shouldn't be around you.
Yeah.
And if you're not healthy for your daughter, do you know how much your wife loves you, by the way?
Oh, my. I know.
Okay. She believes in you more than you believe in yourself. You are better than your past. Move forward. Thank you
All
for
right.
calling.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. We are taking your calls at 558-1110, 1-800-543-1110. We are going to Angela. Hello, Angela.
Hello, it's a pleasure.
It's an honor. Angela, are you an Omaha girl?
I am in Ceresco.
Ceresco, where is that?
I'm just north of Lincoln, about 12 miles.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Do you know Ernie?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Who
just
in the
thought I'd-
heck is Ernie?
Come on. Get with it.
Who's Ernie?
Psychic Suzanna. Ernie of Ceresco. Ernie's of Ceresco, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What's Ernie's of
Well, he's a big
Ceresco?
furniture tycoon, I think.
Really?
You know? Yeah,
Do you know Ernie?
Well, I've seen his commercials.
Oh.
That's
We
as
just
far
gave
as it
him
goes.
one, too.
I know, yeah. Aren't I great? It's
Yes.
a Christmas spirit. you
Yes,
know?
it's the
Okay,
Christmas
I'm shutting
spirit.
my mic off.
All right. Angela, first of all, do you need to lose some weight?
I have been trying.
All right. Try. Do you know what the word try means?
No,
Ask me.
well,
Ask me.
I guess
Ask me.
I don't know.
Ask me what try means. Ask me what try means.
Oh. Susanna, what does try mean?
Try means failure. Anything you want to do, you do or you don't do. Can you do Yoda for me?
Yoda?
Yeah. Who says
boy.
you do or you don't do?
Oh, that's Yoda.
Okay.
huh?
So
No, I can't.
when you try, you're not doing it.
Okay.
Now, did you listen to our earlier show?
No, I did not.
Okay, we have Skinny Thinking on. Please listen to it. Also, Dr. Sean's, you go to his website. He has a way of getting healthy. How about you and I agree with me that you and I will make this year a healthy year for us? How about that?
I will agree with that.
All right. So we're going to start working, thinking, acting healthy. Angela, though, are you aware that you're very hard on yourself?
At times I can be.
Uh-huh. And do you believe in God?
Oh, yes, I do.
Do you believe in Christ?
Yes.
All right. Where is he?
He is a superior being that is watching over us day and night.
Okay. Well, what I know to be true is that your breath is the breath of God. You are alive because you have the living God in you.
Exactly.
And when you put yourself down, who are you putting down?
I'm putting down God.
All right, let's cut it out. And you're also putting down your children. By the way, you'll raise more than your own. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I also want you to know there is a male from the past who's going to be on the phone saying all the right words, not meaning one of them.
That's gonna upset my husband.
Okay, well, no. This is, no. Don't get naughty on me, Angela. All right. Don't go naughty with me.
Okay.
Okay? This is a guy from the past who's going to say all the right words. It sounds like it could be family, though.
Okay.
And he wants to take advantage of you a little bit.
Okay.
Because when you care about someone, you let them take advantage of you. Are you not aware of that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Okay. So don't go naughty. Wasn't going there with you, Angela. All right.
Okay.
By the way, what is your husband's name?
I'm Chris.
Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware how much he loves you?
Oh, I know exactly how much he loves me.
Uh-huh. Are you aware, though, if something needs to be done, you do it and you don't always let Chris know?
Say again?
When something needs to get done, you do it. And you don't always let Chris know what you need?
That is true sometimes.
That's not fair, is it?
No.
Okay, I want you to work on that. By the way, what's your daughter's name?
Which one? I have 3.
Go ahead, say their names.
First one is Kaylee, and then Hannah, and then Bethany.
All right, how old is Kaylee?
She's 14.
She's a natural teacher, a natural leader.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee was the next one?
No, Hannah is.
Hannah, how old is Hannah?
She's 9.
She has a writing ability. Have you seen it yet?
Yes, I have.
Oh, honey, she's going to make the world a better place. Yep. Writing is great therapy for her because she has mood swings and food allergies.
Food allergies,
yes,
huh?
That means why her moods are so horrendous. When you think of,
gosh, you hit that.
And if you think they're bad now, wait 3 years. Oh, my God. So let's clean up her diet, okay? Then we have the youngest is named what?
Bethany.
Bethany is how old?
She is 7.
Uh-huh. Did we kiss her hind end when she was a baby?
Yes, I did.
Because she thinks her hind end's holy. And she gets away with things all the time. Are you aware of that?
Her and Hannah, the middle child, go at it, and I think I sometimes tend to Bethany's favor.
No frickin' kidding.
Because of Hannah's mood swings.
No kidding. But Bethany works it. Okay? She works it. Now, if we don't start teaching her no, she's going to have babies by several people.
Oh, God, don't say that.
Okay? So she needs to learn rules because we do give her a little bit too much of a leeway.
Okay.
All right, it was that kissing the hind end when she was a baby. But, by the way, though, I want you to know Hannah's moods are not her fault. It's because of what she's eating, her surroundings. And I think she needs some yellow and red in her room. Does she have a dark room, a brown room?
Actually, her and her sister were not getting along together at all today, so she is sleeping in a different room that does have dark walls in it tonight.
Okay. She needs to have color around her. She needs the greens, the blues, the things. We have to get her away from browns. Browns are depressing. She's very intuitive, Hannah is. And she will absorb the surroundings. So if you're upset, she feels she's the fault. That's not fair for her. It's not fair.
Can I tell you a quick story when she was in kindergarten?
Go ahead.
When she was in kindergarten, she came home and she says, Mom, we had a fire drill at school today. And I said, yes. She says, why did they say the alarm was going off when the fire alarm was really coming on?
She is the one who's going to make you earn your mother's oats.
We didn't have an answer. Neither did the teacher.
Yeah, but here's the thing I want you to know about Hannah. She's a thinker.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let anyone make her bad for thinking.
Okay.
All right? And, isn't it amazing how you can have 3 children and they're so different?
Exactly.
I mean, you would think with the same parents they would be a little bit alike, but no! God has a plan and they're all different. So,
exactly.
But you're a good mother. Your husband would be a better father if you'd let him in.
Okay.
All right? God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Listen to, go back and listen to the shows online, KFAB.com. We're taking a small break. We'll be right back.
This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB.
This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. This is the only place you need to be. KFAB is the station where you grow, you learn, you find out the latest weather, news, and sports. I mean, if you need to know something, you come here. 1110 on your dial. You can also go to our website where you hear all the shows that that have been recorded. Some great shows. One of our first shows was with a gentleman who was a recovering alcoholic, and he told us how to handle our families, and how to do things, and how to handle an alcoholic at the holiday season. You might want to go back and listen to that show. It's one of the best, I think. Please give us a call. We're at 558-1110 or 1-800-543-1110. This is the year that we choose peace in our life, and we find peace by not being where it's unpeaceful. So don't sit on the stove and look for being peaceful. You got to walk away from dumb, walk away from hurtful. You don't have to accept it in your life. This is a year where we want to choose peace and health for us. We're going to go to the phones right now. But, Judy, I missed you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take so long, but really loved Angola. Now we're talking to Mary, who's, where is Mary? Our 800 line is free, isn't it?
It is.
And
yes.
The 800 number is?
1-800-543-1110.
All right.
Yep.
Mary. Hello, Mary. Are we punching her up? Hello. Hi, Mary.
Hello?
Mary, are you driving?
No, but I'm on my cell phone.
Ah. Mary, honey, how about if I said health improvements for you this year? Is that okay with you?
If what?
Health improvements ahead for you. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay. You're going to feel better this coming year than you have for the last 3 years. Okay? I'm also going to tell you that there will be a reunion on your doorstep with someone you don't like, bringing you yesterday's garbage. You just need to say, my psychic said not to pay attention to it. Okay?
Okay.
All right? One of the problems is you've got common sense. And because you've got common sense, people are drawn to you and take advantage of you. So I want you to not let that happen. All right?
All right.
Now, there is going to be a new friend that you will meet through an old that will be close a little too fast. She's a bit of a gossiper. Be aware of that, okay?
All right.
I also want you to know a management change in the work in the spring that you don't like that'll end up being good. I'm glad you called. And now we're going to go to our 800 line.
Yes, Keegan, I believe it is. Right, Keegan?
Hi, Keegan.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm behaving myself, Keegan. Keegan, you're not married, are you?
I am not.
Uh-huh. Keegan, do you want to have a baby out of wedlock?
No, I don't.
Do you want to desert a child?
Sorry, what?
Do you want to desert a child?
No.
Okay. Keegan, are you aware of how sensitive and what a good guy you are?
A little.
Yeah. Are you aware you're not a liar?
Sort of.
Okay. So I need you to know that women will try to get you to be a daddy of their child. You will not know your wife till you're 26.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So let's keep everything covered. You don't need to bring it out. You will do national and international work, and you will have live and love down a dirt road. I'm so glad you called. Stay tuned. This is time for us to move on down the road. We're ending with a song.
We want to do a couple spots here, and then we'll get the song, Suzanna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We spot it before we do the song?
Yeah, well.
I'm excited about the song.
Hold on for the song.
All right, hold on.
Let's take the break.
Psychic Suzanna.
Can't get through on the radio show? Call Psychic Suzanna anytime at 712-276-9349. That's 712-276-9349. Or visit her webpage, PsychicSusanna.com.
This is Life with Psychic Suzanna on 1110 KFAB. Now, you stay tuned. Next week, we're going to have the one who's going to, Dr. Robin, who's going to tell us on how to live healthy, your wellness connection. And we're also going to have the coach, Rosler, who is that the right name? Rosler, you bet. And he is the Playmakers. This is a group that helps children who have been abandoned by their fathers. But you know what? Life is about learning to live with what you have and making it work for you. And thank God for Coach Rosler.